Aloha, welcome to the first episode of my Circle of Blood Punisher review series, mini-series you could say. And this video is going over my general thoughts on the book in its entirety pretty quickly, and how the binding is, what you get in the entire package, like, you know, the bonuses and stuff, page quality, the binding, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to know only that, then this video is for you. This is also a good introduction to the rest of these videos. But if you want to know details about what is in each issue and how each issue is individually, there's going to be some spoilers and such, so I'm going to actually break this up into multiple parts. This first part goes over what I said, you know, the binding and my thoughts on the book real quick, and then each video after this, the next 4 or so videos, are going to be each issue that each 5 videos are going to go over the 5 issues that are included in this. So yeah, if you're looking for a riveting story, 80s action story, if you're new to comics, if you're a longtime veteran, if you love the Punisher, or if this is one of if not your first Punisher story, you gotta read this. It was fantastic throughout. The first issue basically goes over the Punisher's incarceration and his eventual breakout. The second issue goes over his arrival and kind of return to the city that he once defended, and how he works with a group called the Trust and tries to take out various bad guys and goons and such. And the Kingpin is actually his death is faked, and that causes total chaos to spread, and you know, like a fire burn throughout the entire city, and it basically causes a huge war to start between all the different factions and gangs. In issue 3, the Punisher starts to realize that things aren't exactly how it seems, and he has to then side with the mob in order to stop the mob from continuing to kill each other. He thinks that was good. He thought that was a good idea at first, but he figures out that too many innocents are killed in the crossfire. And in the 4th and 5th issues that were actually originally supposed to be one, there's some shocking revelations that lead to an eventual cool final battle where the Punisher is going throughout a manor and fighting a force that he can hopefully be able to stop, basically, that's behind all the violence. And yeah, again, if you're looking, I mean, highly recommended throughout, highly recommended. All these on Comics Geeks, all the issues I gave a 4 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 4 a 4 out of 5, except for issue 2, which I gave a 5 out of 5. It's fantastic. So once again, if you're really looking for something to read, whether you're new to the Punisher or you have a lot of experience with the Punisher, as long as you can handle some of the more shocking things. There's nothing is shown, but there's a sex scene in it. Someone's head gets cut off, but once again, it's implied. Someone commits suicide, things like that, but there's not actual like heavy gore or anything. It's very PG-13 level. Most things are pretty censored and such. So if you're able to handle kind of the more darker subject matters and such, brainwashing and so on, then I highly recommend it, because it's great, cheesy, riveting action, and fun throughout, and it has some deep underlying messages that may not change who the Punisher is, but hopefully might change you, or might give you some revelations and make you kind of think about certain things in your real life that you may not have thought of before. And you got tons of bonus material, which is great. You got a bunch of an art gallery here, shows you the different cover art, and it tells you more information below here. And you also have other things such as like penciled work here, the black and white before it was inked before it was colorized, I should say, and that's cool to see. And you got a lot of stuff here, and you have some write-ups in the back here, stuff about just the Punisher as a whole and the creation of the Punisher, which is really cool. And yeah, so there's a lot of bonus material if you're looking for that. This art is fantastic here. See the spine, as you can tell, there's gutter loss on a page like that. Other pages, the gutter loss isn't as bad because it's, there's borders around things, right? There's borders in between, so there's not a lot of gutter loss there. But my issue is just how, I know I'll break it in, but the spine is really tight, tighter than other books that I have. I don't know exactly why that is, but as you can see, the spine is really tight here. It's sewn in and such. And as I was flipping through the book, you probably could tell that you really have to hold it down. Like as you'll see here, like, I mean, I'm not expecting it to, I'm not expecting it to be like super flimsy or anything like that. I mean, it shows how well sewn the book is, but it's hard to hold it up when trying to read it to you guys and show it off. It's hard to kind of set it down on a table. And again, that it'll be worked in when I read it more, but flipping through it this time and reading through it all the way, and also just trying to break in the spine nicely without doing it, without being too rough with it. I tried to break in the spine even before I started reading it, and doing all that, it still is really tight. So I don't know. It's not a big deal, but it's something to, consider, right? It's something to keep in mind. And the page quality is quite nice, as you probably saw here. Very glossy. It's kind of reflective. When you saw that one of the shots, because I filmed this video at different times during the day, on different days, as a matter of fact. Hopefully that wasn't too noticeable. But as you saw earlier, some of the sunlight kind of reflects off of the page. But it's very glossy. But it works, right? It's not too distracting or anything. It's very high quality paper. It's printed really well. It was recolorized and such, so it looks very good. And yeah. Also, the last thing I wanted to say was that even though there's bonus material that goes over the Punisher's origins, there's not any material that goes over the actual Circle of Blood. It doesn't actually. There's no writings that actually talk about the making of this miniseries in particular, and I kind of would have wanted to see that. Like I said, there's a lot of bonus material, but most of it is all visual, and I kind of would have wanted more writings and such. And I know, I mean, am I greedy? Yeah. Is it a big deal? No, not at all. But it would have been nice to see. And yeah, if you like this video, well, tell me below. If you didn't, also tell me below. Well, thank you very much for watching, and aloha.